So one question from our recent rotation quiz that a lot of people have asked me to go over is the question that simply asked, what is the ratio of angular velocity to linear velocity? And given the multiple choice options we had, I can kind of see why that confused some people, but I'll explain it here. So because we're looking for a ratio of angular to linear velocity, we're going to need to start off by looking at a formula that uses both of those components. So the most basic one that I highly suggest memorizing to everyone is the formula that states that linear velocity or tangential velocity is equal to angular velocity times the radius of the rotation. So since we're looking for a ratio of angular velocity to linear velocity, I'm going to isolate angular velocity to one side of this formula. So which, using basic algebra, can be worked out to angular velocity equals v over r. So that's the first step. But now we have to set it up as a ratio as given to us by the options we actually had on the problem, which were basically in the form of an x to y ratio, essentially. Or a 1-to-1 ratio is what you'd commonly see with the colons. So if we were to look at the angular velocity as the x side and the linear velocity as the y side, really what we're writing here is a 1-to-1 ratio in terms of the radius, the missing variable there, or the extra variable there, I should say, which gives us a ratio of 1 to 1 over r, because that's what we're seeing here. So this is our answer here. This is the full ratio of the problem. And 1 over r was an option we had on the multiple choice quiz. So that was the answer right there.